earn money but don't understand money, you can work hard for decades and still feel like you're running in place, because money without knowledge disappears faster than most people realize. And the sad truth is that schools don't teach this, jobs don't teach this, and society often teaches the opposite. But the people who become financially free understand a few basic principles that completely change how money behaves in their lives. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to explain those principles in very simple language so you can finally see whether money controls you or you control money. And if this is your first time here, I'm Emma, and this is Money with Emma, a channel where we explain finance without confusion, without hype, and without scams. Because finance is not complicated, it's just poorly explained. And once you understand the basics, everything else becomes easier. So let's start with the foundation of all personal finance: income and expenses. Because income is the money that comes into your life from your job, your business, or your investments. And expenses are the money that leaves your life in the form of rent, food, bills, subscriptions, shopping, and lifestyle costs. And if your expenses are higher than your income, you are losing money every single month, no matter how high your salary is. Which is why you often see people earning large salaries but still stressed, still in debt, and still waiting for payday. Because the problem is not income, the problem is spending. And when expenses grow faster than income, money pressure increases. But when income grows faster than expenses, financial peace begins. And this is why one of the first habits of financially smart people is tracking where their money actually goes, because money that is not tracked is money that disappears. And this leads us to one of the most important ideas you will ever learn about money, which is that it's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. And once you understand this, your entire relationship with money starts to change. And the next concept that builds on this idea is assets and liabilities, which is a concept most people misunderstand even as adults. Because an asset is anything that puts money into your pocket, and a liability is anything that takes money out of your pocket. And this definition is simple but extremely powerful, because many things people believe are assets are actually liabilities, like a car that loses value every year and requires fuel, maintenance, insurance, and loan payments, while an asset like a rental property or a dividend-paying investment sends money to you every month. And the difference between financially free people and financially stressed people is not intelligence or luck, it's the direction their money flows. Because rich people focus on buying assets first and letting those assets pay for their lifestyle, while poor financial decisions focus on buying liabilities first and hoping income will somehow cover everything. And this naturally brings us to saving versus investing, because saving and investing serve two very different purposes in your financial life. Saving is about protection and safety. It is the money you keep for emergencies, unexpected expenses, or short-term needs. And saving is important because life is unpredictable, but saving alone will never make you wealthy, because savings do not grow fast enough to beat inflation, while investing is about growth. It is how your money works for you over time through businesses, stocks, funds, or other productive assets. And when you invest, you are essentially putting your money to work so that it earns more money even when you are not working, which is why people say investing is how money works while you sleep. And one of the most powerful forces that makes investing so effective is something called compound interest, which sounds complex but is actually very simple. Because compound interest is when your money earns returns, and then those returns start earning returns of their own, creating a snowball effect over time. And this is why starting early matters more than starting with a large amount, because time allows compounding to do the heavy lifting. And someone who starts investing a small amount early in life can often end up with more money than someone who invests a large amount later, simply because time multiplies effort in finance. And this is why time is more powerful than talent when it comes to building wealth. But there is another force working against your money at the same time, and that force is inflation, which is the silent thief that slowly reduces the value of your money every year, because inflation means prices go up over time, so the same amount of money buys less in the future than it does today. And if your money is sitting still in cash or in a low-interest account while prices keep rising, you are effectively losing purchasing power even though your balance number looks the same. And this is why people who do not invest often feel like life keeps getting more expensive no matter how hard they work. And understanding inflation is critical because it explains why simply saving money is not enough for long-term financial security. And once you understand growth and inflation, you must also understand risk and reward, because every financial decision involves a trade-off between potential gain and potential loss, and higher rewards usually come with higher risk. But smart investors do not avoid all risk, because avoiding all risk often means accepting guaranteed loss through inflation. Instead, smart investors manage risk by spreading their money across different assets, industries, and opportunities, a concept known as diversification, which helps reduce the impact of any single bad decision. And finally, one of the most misunderstood areas of personal finance is debt, because not all debt is the same, and understanding the difference between good debt and bad debt can save you years of financial stress. Because good debt is debt that helps you grow your income or your skills, such as education or a business investment, while bad debt is debt that funds consumption and lifestyle without producing future value, such as high-interest credit cards used for shopping or luxury expenses. And bad debt keeps people trapped in a cycle where they work to pay interest instead of building assets. And if you understand even half of what we discussed in this video, you are already ahead of most people, because financial success is not about luck or secret strategies. It is about understanding how money actually works and making small, consistent decisions that compound over time. And this channel exists to help you build that understanding step by step, without hype, without false promises, and without scams. So if you want clarity, confidence, and control over your financial future, subscribe to Money with Emma, because your future deserves better financial decisions. And I'll see you in the next video.